was really exciting when I used to play baseball here as a kid.
It's gone! A home run for Baez.
Here is all about joy, passion.
Somehow Lindor got to it.
A lot of the stuff I know and how much pride I have in playing for whoever team I play for, it comes from here.
Here is Puerto Rico, home to more than 250 major leaguers, 4 Baseball Hall of Famers, and childhood friends who happen to be 2 of the game's emerging stars, Javier Baez of the Chicago Cubs and Francisco Lindor of the Cleveland Indians.
But I played against him growing up here in Puerto Rico. He's a friend, just like another brother. You know, I enjoy playing against him. I enjoy spending time with him.
Since I knew him, we've been really close. Out of the field, we almost brothers.
We go way back, and he's awesome. He's a good player. I'm really happy for him. But when we play against each other, I want to win.
And the stakes never were higher between Baez and Lindor than when their clubs met in the World Series last fall.
The first game, when I went out there for the stretch, I actually tell them, we both here, one's gonna win. Just go out there, have fun, and do what you know how to do it.
Lindor bangs one back up the middle, base hit into center field. Back at the wall, it is gone!
It was one of the best World Series I've ever seen.
And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
His team beat us, and hats off to him, hats off to his team. They did great.
Now the friends, born only 20 miles and less than 1 year apart, will play together on Team Puerto Rico in the 2017 World Baseball Classic.
Playing for the Puerto Rican team is a special feeling for those guys because, I mean, everybody's watching down in the island.
That's one of the reasons why we play baseball, obviously, to represent where we're coming from.
Growing up, you want to represent your country. And now that I have the opportunity, it's a blessing. I'm truly humble. Looking forward to the Classic. Looking forward to playing all my teammates. I'm looking forward to being with Beltran, Yadier, Correa.
They have the talent. They're young. They're very athletic. And their passion for the game. They really enjoy the game. That young energy that we're going to need in 2017, those guys, they're going to bring that.
Boy, Team Puerto Rico is just loaded with talent in the World Baseball Classic. Take a look at this list of position players, and among the interesting spots, of course, is middle infield with the aforementioned Baez, Lindor, and Carlos Correa. Add Mike Vilas, a veteran major leaguer. Put Kenny's Vargas and T.J. Rivera in there as well. They are loaded, and a team that came pretty close to winning the whole thing last year will be in the conversation again this year. But let me ask you about shortstop. I mean, 3 studs there.
Yeah.
Right, in Lindor, Correa, and Baez. Does Baez play second base for you automatically? Is it that easy? And then are you just picking the 2 guys to rotate shortstop reps?
Probably, because I'm looking to the season as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's one thing to play the tournament, but you got to get ready for the year. Javier Baez is not going to play short in Chicago. The other 2 are. Their teams depend on them to play short. Not that Baez may not get reps at short, but the Cubs' success is not based on that. It's Addison Russell.
Right.
So I let Baez play second. I play Correa and Lindor at short and third. And I rotate them because they're both on the left side of the infield. You're going to play some shifts. You're going to do some different things. But I want them on the side of the ball. That's natural to them.
Yeah.
And then I got to get them ready for the year. So they'll rotate around.
Right.
But it's going to be fun to watch. That's problematic with a lot of clubs. I talked about it with the Netherlands. You look at that. You look at even Team USA. You look at all the different teams. They got to figure out where guys are going to get those reps.
You know, because they came up the same time, but Correa beat Lindor by a couple of months. He had more momentum in that Rookie of the Year conversation 2 years ago. But you could have made a case that Lindor had the more impactful rookie season. And because Lindor played in the World Series last year and had such a great postseason, has he, in your mind, passed Correa if you had to pick one great young shortstop from Puerto Rico that's playing in the big leagues today, or are they still even?
They're still here.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still here. Correa's that good. You know, Lindor is phenomenal, but I really think when you start looking at Correa, you can't help but think about Alex Rodriguez. You know, this is a guy that's going to hit 30 home runs. You know, and the crazy thing about them all is that they're 21 years old, 22 years old. I mean, the game is so in such great hands. I just think with the Indians are not there without Lindor. They're not in the World Series.
Agreed.
They're just not.
Agreed. I still think he's underreported.
No.
And if I had one guy to start a roster with, regardless of position or birth country, it might be him. He's that good.
I saw him 2 years ago, maybe it was last year, in New York for a weekend series. This is before I watched him every day in the World Series.
Mm-hmm. For
a weekend series, I went to 2 or 3 games. And he did something every day.
Yeah.
Whether it was steal a bag, hit a home run, make a great play in the hole. It was incredible.
Yeah.
But all the talent, that's a very difficult question.
And Puerto Rico will be great in the World Baseball Classic. They're among the favorites to go deep.
Do you have
into
Puerto
the
Rico in the games you're doing?
Not initially, no. They're not in the first pool we do. But can't wait to see that team play.